What up, y'all? We're here with our new show, and I know people want everybody to be all upbeat and shit like that, but guess what? That ain't me. I'm monotone. I like to sit here and chill. I talk in a very slow demeanor, but at the same time, anyways, let's get into it.
Well, before we get into it, introduce the show.
Yeah, that's all I want to do, man. This is a little show talk hosted by your host at Talking Spit After Hours. But this is our new sports show that we are calling the Wiff, where we talk about sports topics only. We ain't getting no political, we're not doing any politics or any of that crap on here. It's straight sports.
All day, every day.
Well, not all day, every day, every episode, all every minute.
Gotcha.
So, first topic of the Wiff, what we got going for you guys. The NFL is back,
Thank God.
right? And for all of you that were wishing the NFL is back, and I want to say that your wives are dreading this part of the season. So make sure you be nice to them. So, anyways, NFL is back. We got a few different storylines going on real quick. We just want to touch on a couple of them. First one I want to bring up is the rookie quarterbacks that will be starting this year for their new prospective teams.
Mm-hmm.
First one I would like to bring up is CJ Stroud. How do you think he's going to do on the Texans?
I think it's going to be, besides the running back Pierre,
Mm,
I think they're going to have a rough season, dude. It's going to be a lot of ups and downs, bumps and bruises. Um, the receiving core, I mean, I don't even know who's starting for them. They just lost, um, what's the name, to Tennessee. So,
Brandon Cooks.
no, their main receiver,
Who?
not Brendan Cooks, with the long dreads.
He played for Arizona.
I'm sorry,
DeAndre
you're right.
Hopkins.
You're right. You're definitely
Yeah,
right. But there were talks of him going to the Texans, so that's why I said that. But yeah,
going back. Yeah.
so X out Hopkins. Yeah, I really don't see them doing that well. The run game might be pretty strong, but who knows? Stroud could probably come through and at least get him 3 or 4 wins. I mean, it's not hard to win when you have a strong defense, but I don't think the Texans have a strong defense, so they might go over this year.
Well, let's just say if they do, they're going to have to run the ball repeatedly. I mean, repeatedly. They're going to have to run the ball a lot. It's going to probably be about 70-30, and they're going to take the ball out of his hands, and which would be the best thing for me. He's going to a situation where he's probably going to take a beating.
True.
But anyways, so moving on to the next topic, quarterback actually is Anthony Richardson. The hopeful, so many Raiders fans were hoping to have this dude. Now he's an Indianapolis Colt. And from what I just heard today, he will be starting the season
Mm-hmm.
because of his impressive play at camp.
Yeah. This week they're facing the Bears. So they started training camp. I'm sorry, their training camp matchup yesterday. So pretty even practice between both teams.
Mm-hmm.
I need more from him. I mean, it's not a large sample, so it's different when it's like uh, Stroud, the young kid from Carolina. It's a
Or he
lot
got to
different,
play a lot. Yeah.
right? So this guy only played one season at Florida, which is kind of like Trey Lance type situation. Yes, he's bigger, he's stronger. I think he's just as fast, which means he'll be able to take the bumps and
Flash.
bruises. Which means
Right.
he'll be able to take the bumps and bruises. But I see him to be more of a Cam fit, like style, play style.
Mhm.
How about you?
Right.
What do you think?
Man, like you said, there's not enough tape on him to see. So it's just going to be interesting if he, and I'm sorry to say, I don't know who uh, Indianapolis Colts, excuse me, I'm saying their whole name. I don't know who the Colts backup quarterbacks are or who he's in the race with, but I'm not going to sit here and say that since he's at the top of the Colts starting depth chart, that,
Right.
I'm impressed with that decision. So we got to wait, small sample size of what he's done, like you said, and we're just going to see after that first game. I think after the third game or fourth game of the season, we'll know where Anthony Richard is.
Especially with a new head coach. Like
Right.
Frank Wright is in Carolina now. So he's not gonna have that quarterback guru head coach to kind of help guide him.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, it's gonna be growing pains. I think with the NFL, with these young quarterbacks and all players in general, but all these rookies and the ones who they expect for you to start, it's like, hey man, get in there and do it. If not, we'll sit you down. They're not waste. I mean, uh, a rookie contract is not a lot of money, right? So if you
I
end up
guess
being
it
a bust,
depends for NFL players.
well, if you're the number one overall pick, then yeah, you have to ride him out for 3 years. Pause. But you have to ride him out for like 3 years to make sure that's the player you want, and then draft someone else. But anyone coming up after like the first round, then you can kind of take a gamble. You're not wasting a lot of money on them.
Yeah, yeah, true.
Like for instance, no one's even talking about Will Levis.
Because he's not going to beat out Malik Willis or who is it? Is Ryan Tannehill still
Yeah,
there?
he's still there.
Or Ryan Tannehill. So Will Levis went to a situation that was not best for him. I don't know why the Titans drafted him, but they did. And now they pretty much just kind of messed up his career unless he can beat everybody out.
Actually, it could be the best scenario because Tannehill's not really he hasn't really put them over the top. Derrick Henry's getting older, and Willis, I mean, gosh, he's not even. He's. I mean, he's not good. Sorry, he's not good. He's athletic. He's like he reminds me of Young from Texas.
Oh, Vince Young.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So the quarterback situation for the NFL is going to be very interesting this year. There's a lot of different quarterbacks. The most surprising, excuse me, the most surprising out of all of them to me will probably be Stetson Bennett. I say by week 5, he will be starting and he will be playing first team quarterback for the Los Angeles Rams. But we'll see.
oh, the Rams got him.
Yeah. Stetson Bennett, the quarterback from Georgia, who
Yeah, that's a pretty good
pummeled
fit. I actually,
Northwestern. But
yeah, I didn't know where he got drafted, but that's a pretty good fit, especially because Strafford, he only has so many years left. He got his chip.
yeah,
He's already like he's cemented in Rams lore with him
yeah,
and like Warner. So he's good. Like he has nothing else left to prove. So
yeah.
I can see I can see Stetson Bennett coming through and being the starter.
Okay. Oh man, I hate to do this because it sounds like we be hating and shit. But which quarterback you think is gonna have the roughest time this year?
Damn, I'm trying to think of all 32 teams. Who do you think? I want you to come back to me because I really want to think about this.
Okay, I have thought about this, and I'm going to go into my division. Two quarterbacks in my division. For one, are you Raiders fan? And Byron too, thinking that Jimmy Garoppolo is going to help you guys do any better than Derek Carr. You were sadly mistaken. And if I am wrong, okay, so what? The sun shines on the dog's ass every once in a while. So, but anyways,
All right, Sydney.
and
Sydney
Russell
Dean.
Wilson. That first game with Russell Wilson, man, is I'm so glad Denver gave him that contract. But anyways,
But that's going to get canceled out because he has Sean Payton as a head coach.
nah, it's not. Not from what I see.
Well, this is only
Sean Payton,
one preseason
Sean
game.
Payton, yeah, but I just I I just have a feeling. I could just feel it in my gut.
Sean Payton got the Saints a Super Bowl, and
Okay?
Russell Wilson is he's pretty close to Breeze, like playing style and attribute wise, they're pretty close. So I don't see it being. It might be a little bit of growing pains, but I think not this year, but next
It ain't
year.
gonna be this year. To
Next,
me,
yeah, by next year they're going to have it down pat more. You know what I mean?
if they're not tired of Russell Wilson, excuse me, and I'm talking from the team aspect. But yeah,
Okay.
Russell Wilson, Jimmy Garoppolo, you're gonna have a rough time this year. That's my prediction. And I don't know. The NFC just seems like they have a lot of weaker quarterbacks this year too. But I want to say something real quick before we get
Wait,
out of here.
is that only because Aaron Rodgers went to the Jets and that's what changed the format of it? Like that's what it sounds like. Like you didn't have
But
that confidence about having the best quarterbacks in one division until now you have Aaron Rodgers. So yes, that's going to be great. The Bills, Chiefs, Jets, that's going to be some great football.
true,
But I
very true.
mean, that's only 3 of 16 if that adds up.
Al, all right. This is my last topic on our, on our sports show real quick because we got to get out of here. But I seen an article the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And I instantly laughed. And I thought of you. You want to know what the article said?
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
All right.
Yeah,
This is what the
Justin.
article.
Yeah, Justin Fields will be MVP.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I seen that article.
but you gotta. I mean, it's not like surprising though. Like, look at Mahomes in his 3rd year, right? And how much he elevated. Look at Allen from Buffalo. Look at what's the name from Philly, right? In their 3rd years, once they got that one wide receiver, their game elevated. Yeah, so I agree with that.
All right. Maybe not this year. I think next year.
For what, MVP?
I think he'll be in the race. I think this year they're going to do like they're going to implement the same things they had last year a lot
Mm-hmm.
until they can't anymore because he's getting hit so much. And they're gonna have to sit back and make him pass.
Yeah,
And
I
they're
mean,
gonna run the shit out of the ball like you guys always.
right. But yet this year, he won't have to run the ball as much unless he's being, blitzed or rushed. I
Yeah.
don't think I don't think the Bears will have that many design plays for him to run the ball anymore because now we have playmakers.
See, we'll see about those playmakers.
Yeah,
So
we will. We will.
the NFL is finally back.
Kicking off. Bop, bop, bop.
We're totally excited about it. I mean, I guess our enthusiasm doesn't show, but we are excited about it. And let's see, any other topics involved in the NFL right now? No storylines, nothing juicy. So, anyways,
Real quick, I do kind of want to touch on this. And it's funny that we start talking about quarterbacks. So you know how like certain teams they draft their number one pick and then they throw them into the game,
mhm,
right? What's scary is the Green Bay Packers always draft a quarterback every 6 to 7 years, and
mhm.
they let them sit behind the starting quarterback. But then once they get on the field, they're always balling out. So do you think Jordan Love is going to do well, or you think he's just going to be bad compared to Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers?
It's an interesting dynamic because when Aaron Rodgers got to Green Bay, I I'm pretty sure I heard that Brett Favre was not a pretty good mentor. So, and I'm pretty sure when Jordan Love got to Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers wasn't a good mentor.
Right, because at that time he needed like receiver help. He needed like more
Right,
help on the outside. Right.
right. So I think Jordan Love got a chip, excuse me, has the same chip on the shoulder that Aaron Rodgers had when Brett Favre was there. So I think he'll do all right.
That's all I need to hear. He'll do all right. He won't be as successful. Like I told y'all on the other podcast, like, man, it's been like 30 years of dealing with both these dudes, man. And it's like it's frustrating at times. Like, fuck. Can we get a break?
Wait. You know what though? This is what people. This is what you have to think about as well. Though we put Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre as the great quarterbacks. Though 30 years of Green Bay Packer football
Mm-hmm.
and only two Super Bowls.
Yeah. A lot of stats, a lot of
A lot of stats.
a lot of like individual accolades. You're right. You're right. And only two Super Bowls. Yeah.
Only two Super Bowls. Think about that.
I don't even know, but see, I don't even know how they spend money because Green Bay is it's like a city owned team, right? I think it's like one of the last city owned teams.
I believe so. Yes.
So maybe they should start upping the ante and put more money in, or. But I mean, as long as you're winning, or as a Green Bay fan, as long as you beat the Bears, then it's a successful season. But yeah, it's time for the Green Bay Packers to go down. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. Good luck to everybody. Madden 24 is out now, so if you guys want to see us on some Madden, let us know. You know where to hit us up at.
All right. I want to end on this last note real quick before we go.
All right.
As consumers, we are the dumbest people in the world. You notice something when it comes to these sports and stuff? We buy jerseys for people that'll leave the team, for them to leave the team in season, for them to leave the team during this. I mean, after the season, for them to even not even play it down for certain, or not even play for teams.
Right.
Be smart consumers. Madden NFL is coming out. Madden 20 NFL just came out last year. Why would you buy something that just came out last year? Because it's New Year, man. It's a new year. They keep taking our money, man.
Right.
Just
Well,
be smart. Okay. We'll get into this more on the next episode, but for right
Okay.
now, we got
Well,
to get out of here.
I'll let you have it. Hey, yo, T, man. Hey, thanks for having me on the Wiff. Um, you know what I'm saying? Great show. I'm sure it's gonna get popping about sports, talk a lot of shit. So,
Yep.
hey, man, this is all you. Go ahead and take us on home, man.
Thank you guys for tuning into the Wiff. I'm your host, Titan Man. Excuse me, I didn't use my government name, but anyways, I'm your host, T. This is Al right next to me, and we will be back. And we will never miss on the Wiff.
The Wiff.
I gotta come up with a tag or some shit, cool shit at the end of it. But anyways, for right now, that was kind of corny, but we'll get it better.
Yeah, man,
And we
you can't strike out with us because
mm.
it's the Wiff.
and we out. Man. You guys have a good one.
See y'all, man. Thanks for watching.